All right, SuperBooth 2026. We are with Nicolas Bougaïeff at the Dada Machines booth. So, I heard there is a new module. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, there is. So we made a new module. It's called Every Division and Duration, or EveryDiv. And it's a polytemporal instrument. It's a collaboration between three people. Myself, Dada Machines, who made the hardware, and Jelle Akkermann, who did the code and design and prototyping.
All right. So let's have a look.
This is it.
Nice. So I see different tempo values.
Yeah, that's right. So the idea behind polytemporality is that you play music with many tempos, many BPMs at the same time. So the machine is designed to take one input clock and then to send 6 output clocks, each with a different BPM.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I imagine that it's calculating the ratios.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So we see it looks very precise because it goes to the decimal after the comma. So can you give us a little demo?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is a very simple example. We're going to play the main input at 126 BPM, and it's just a kick drum. Now, normally, a synth would play on the same binary grid, like this.
So we hear the 16 notes right now.
Yeah, this is 8 notes in the space of 2 beats. But we can squeeze in more notes. So for example, we could have 11. And now clock 1 is going at 173 BPM, but the kick is still 126. But that's a little bit busy, it's a little bit crazy. So we're gonna slow it down, and we're gonna take those 11 and stretch them onto 3 beats. So I can do that here. This is the duration. I make the cycle longer. Okay, so now it's a little bit more chill. But the thing is, polytemporality creates instability. And with music, we always want to have a contrast and a balance. Consonance, dissonance, pitch, noise. And in this case, it's the balance between stability and instability. If we have too much instability, one thing we can do is we can reduce the density. So these 11 steps, we're just going to play like every 3 or every 2. So we'll do groupings. 3, 3, 3, 2. That's 3, 6, 9, 11. Let's hear how that sounds. So we can see that's how we can have 2 music parts completely at different BPMs, but it still sounds pleasant and accessible. Because this is a polytemporal machine, it means that we can have not just 2, but 3 or 4 or more BPMs. So we have the kick at 126, we have the synth at 115. Let's bring in a 3rd BPM. Let's bring in the hi-hats. So normally, in 4 beats, we get 16 steps, right? So that's 16. That's a completely normal sequencer. We're gonna squeeze in an extra step. We're gonna have 17. Okay, so now the hi-hat it's a little bit more tense. So this can create too much instability. Instead of reducing the density, we can put accents, and accents can make the polytemporal voice also more accessible and more, more balanced. So let's go put in some accents. So now we hear the accents in the 17.
Yeah, they give us more anchor points.
Exactly, anchor points. And now we can have all 3 BPMs, 126, 134 from the hi-hat, and then the synth at 115.
All right. So how you dialed the different ratios here?
So the interface is very simple. We choose the ratios here with 2 controls, divisions and durations.
Yeah.
That's it. So the synth, we started with 8.8, and that's 126.
Yeah.
We brought 11.8, and now 173 BPM. And I slow it down by extending the duration to 12 steps. Now it's at 115 BPM. The BPM is just fun to know, but really what we're dealing with is always a ratio, divisions and duration.
Yeah.
How long is the cycle and how many steps do we put in the cycle? That's it.
Okay, but the module is acting as a USB host. So what kind
It
of
is.
controller you can then plug to this?
Come again?
What kind of controller can you plug to?
So for now, we have support for the monome and almost all the launch pads.
Okay.
But it is just USB MIDI, so you can just send MIDI CC and notes to choose the divisions and durations.
And how do you configure which buttons are doing what? Do you have an interface, a browser?
No, at launch for now, it's just launch pads and monome, and we'll see. And in the manual, it says the MIDI CCs and notes, but that's it for now, yeah.
All right. Interesting. Availability and price point?
We're aiming to release this to the public in about 4 months, end of summer 2026.
Yeah.
So around September 2026.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.